The Toronto Blue Jays have spent nearly $80 million to shore up their rotation, but yet again we come back to the same problem. The pitching has been lacking, and this time it's Alek Manoah. A little surprising, the guy is coming off a season in which he had a low 2 ERA and finished third place in Cy Young voting. Manoah's last start against the Rays was poised to be a pitcher's duel, and one that MLB should get used to for the next few years, Shane McClanahan versus Alek Manoah. But the game started horribly for him, hitting Yandy Diaz with the first pitch. And by the time he was pulled, he raised his season ERA to 6.98, surrendering his 15th walk and second hit batter in just 19 and a thirds innings pitched. So what exactly is going on with Alek Manoah? First of all, these types of figures can happen for anyone, especially if you're just looking at 4 starts. So instead of just going on and on about the statistics Manoah has been poor in, because they're pretty obvious, let's instead try and figure out why Manoah hasn't been his usual self to start the season. And it's all in his mechanics. Have you noticed that after many pitches, Manoah has kicked around the dirt on the mound? It's because he does not have a good feel for his landing spot with his front foot. This is causing him to overcompensate his release point by whipping his arm and is resulting in far more uncompetitive throws. This can be a direct reason as to why we have seen his walk percentage raise so dramatically. Lastly, another change Manoah will need to make is with his pitch timing. In 2022, Manoah was ranked 322nd out of 391 qualified starting pitchers in a metric called pitch tempo, which measures the time between pitch releases. Manoah was at 20.7 seconds. To put that in perspective, the fastest was Brent Suter at 12.6. And when there were runners on base, Manoah sat at 309th with a tempo of 24.8 seconds. To put that in perspective, Tim Hill led the majors at 18.4 seconds. So it's safe to say that there will be a learning curve for Manoah this year with the new pitch clock being introduced, and forcing him to pitch at a tempo of 17.9 seconds. All pitchers are dealing with this new rule, but perhaps it's been a little more of an adjustment for Manoah, and maybe he's feeling a bit rushed with his delivery early on. Because of this lack of command, his sinker and slider are being crushed. In 2022, you can see his pitch location for his sinker is down and in on the left side of the box, but so far this year it's been right down the middle of the plate. And for the slider, it's staying out over the heart of the plate a lot more. I don't care who you are, if you're in the major leagues, anyone will be able to hit these pitches when they're being hung out like this. The stats against Manoah for these pitches have raised dramatically. Players are hitting .353 with a .706 slugging against his slider and batting .303 with a .455 slugging against his sinker. His put-away percentage for these pitches have also gone south. These figures are all far from ideal and much different from what we saw from him in 2022 and 2021. But it's only been 4 games. So let's say he starts 30 for the Jays this year, then that means he's only 13% through his season. Let me say that again, 13. He still has plenty of time to turn things around and return to his past self, which will hopefully be in his next matchup against the dangerous Yankees, and maybe it's a good thing he has to face them. After all, he made his MLB debut against them and was terrific. As a matter of fact, he's been the Yankees' kryptonite. He's had 6 starts against them and has limited them to a 5.09 OPS and a low 2 ERA, but we will just have to wait and see. And of course, if you enjoy content like this, then make sure to subscribe. And if you do, I'll be blessing your feed with Blue Jays content multiple times a week that you will surely love. Alright, thank you all for the support recently. I truly appreciate everything, and I will see you guys in the next video.